What's up, everybody? It's me, E-Man from E-Man's Movie Reviews, and today we're going to review Netflix's new series called Black AF. Alright, let's do a quick intro. Kenya Barris, most notably known for his other shows like Blackish, Grownish, and Mixish, is back starring in this Netflix mockumentary about his family life. Alright, enough of that. Let's just jump right into the good.
The good.
There is no question about it. The absolute best thing about Black AF is going to be Rashida Jones. In the show, she plays Joya, who is the mother and wife character. She has some of the funniest moments and is probably the most consistent in her delivery. What I loved about her performance was how she was able to seamlessly transition from the humorous situations to more sincere and dramatic ones. Besides Jones, the supporting cast and guest features were also really nice positives. I thought the younger actors playing the children did a commendable job in their respective roles. Despite not being featured enough, I thought that the writer's room was also a nice segment of the show given the acting performances. Their banter and daily conversations were both funny and entertaining. Now, in true Kenya Barris fashion, every episode does have like an enlightening and edifying type of segment that highlights the experience or phenomena within African American culture in America. His exploration of various topics such as the perception of black fathers in America or white gaze, that's G-A-Z-E, is certainly insightful and candid in its nature. In addition to that, the show also explores common family dynamics and issues that are relatable to almost everyone in some capacity. I thought one of the strongest episodes were the final three, which followed the marital and sibling relationships. This was definitely when the show was at its strongest because it felt the most authentic. More of that would certainly be welcomed if another season gets greenlit. Okay, enough of that, let's get on to the bad.
The bad.
I think the bigger issue with Black AF is probably going to be in the general structure of the show. It takes a while for it to pick up steam, and that's not really a good sign when there are only 8 episodes to begin with. The first 2 episodes felt a little bit messy and disjointed and dragged on a bit, especially when they kept talking about Kenya's gold chain. It probably would have served the show better had the episodes been shortened to maybe just 15 to 20 minute segments. That way the themes or topics could be a bit more focused in its presentation and digestible for audiences. For instance, you'll have episodes starting off to be about one thing, take what seems like a tangential detour into another subject, and eventually or randomly come back to the ending, which tries to tie up what was started in the beginning. Now, in fairness, Black AF is portrayed through the lens of the making of a documentary, so an unconventional structure does make sense on paper, so to speak. However, I still don't think that it's a comfortable way for audiences to take in the content. Another issue with Black AF is just the awkward humor that takes place in the show. It felt like it didn't know what type of comedy it wanted to strive for. At times, the comedy was dry, which isn't a problem in itself. That type of quirky, witty, dry humor feels more like a natural fit for the show and actors. The style of comedy gets disrupted when more outlandish things start to happen with the family members. That's when you're almost quickly kicked out of the mindset or illusion that this is a documentary or mockumentary of a family, and it's actually just a TV show. Beyond that, I didn't think that some of the wealthy jokes landed very well. They felt like they were inside jokes that would only be funny to, well, other rich people. Okay, enough of that. Let's get on to the reason.
The reason.
Now, for any hip hop lovers out there, one way that I can describe Black AF is how similar it was to the career path of Kanye West. When Kanye came out with his music albums, he was bringing a fresh and new sound to hip hop, blended with classic songs of the past. Barris did the same thing with his TV shows because they also seem to breathe new, unapologetically black life into sitcom television. Both Kanye and Kenya stood apart from the rest because of their honesty and transparency into their lives and issues. Those traits and qualities both made the creators extremely relatable. I would say that if I had to compare the albums of Kanye West to the shows of Barris, Kanye's first 3 albums, which are by far his best, are equivalent to Blackish, Mixish, and grownish. I feel like Black AF is kind of like Kanye's version of 808s and Heartbreak. It's a move in a different direction, but one that may be met with mixed reactions. In earlier albums, Kanye would rap about his general insecurities and struggles growing up. Then as Kanye progressed, he started rapping all about his money and talking about his issues with being accepted by other rich people. Barris had a similar path here with his Big 3 shows, where those series were very relatable on almost every level. However, in Black AF, Kenya's issues escalate to being the new Black Rich, and that's the point where I think he may start to lose people. Now look, as a black man, as a father, husband, and a film critic, I relate to a number of things that Kenya Barris is doing in this show. Although the more he name drops fashion designer names that most people probably can't afford and other rich people problems, it just becomes so much harder to connect with the character and the show overall. As Barris would probably admit himself, Black AF is a rehash of some of his other successful sitcoms, all crammed into 8 episodes. It's like the black version of Curb Your Enthusiasm in a nutshell. Those similarities make it incredibly difficult to separate Black AF from his previous shows. The biggest differences in this series is that there's more profanity and it flexes its celebrity guest muscle whenever possible. The other difference is the mockumentary style structure, which has its moments here or there. So when it comes to the rating for Black AF, I've got to give it a 6.5 out of 10. Now, given the fact that this is only 8 episodes, I'd say that this is not going to be a major burden or commitment, and it's totally worth checking out. But you don't have to actually binge it. You can watch it in small doses. But yeah, I would recommend Black AF. However, I have to say you're going to have to temper your expectations. Kenya Barris has set the bar pretty high with his Big 3 successful shows, and you really shouldn't expect for Black AF to come close to that level. So have you started or plan on watching Black AF on Netflix? If and when you do, let me know in the comments what you thought. By the way, I got a chance to interview Kenya about Black AF, and we talked about another project he had. You might have heard of it. I think it was called Coming to America 2? Something like that. I don't know. Maybe y'all heard of that. Yeah. But anyway, be sure to check that out if you're interested. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hey guys, I got more videos and reviews to do for you all, and until next time, I'll see you all later.